Next slide, please.
A very good afternoon to honorable judges, fellow contestants, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. We are Hammer from Sarawak Timber Industry Development Corporation of Malaysia. We are the governing body of the timber industry in Sarawak. To implement our project, we use PDCA circle, and to monitor the progression, we use the Gantt chart. To select our theme, we did a brainstorming session and 12 problems were listed. We shortlisted the problems using matrix analysis, and these are the 4 shortlisted problems. And we used force ranking to select our theme. And finally, we selected inefficient timber marking method as our project. Ladies and gentlemen, may I direct your attention to the screen. This is our timber inspector on field. As you can see, this is the conventional way of doing a timber marking. We're still using the hammer as a method of marking, and the purpose of marking the timber is for timber legality and verification.
This project relates closely to our ordinance, Sarawak Timber Industry Development Corporation 1973, Section 24D, controlling and prescribing the standards and grade of the timber marketed. And the function of our organization is to control and coordinate the standards manufacturing and trade practices. We have set 4 targets for our project, that is, attaining department's objectives, improving work method, fulfilling customers' expectations, and increasing work productivity. Ladies and gentlemen, to identify the current status, we did an observation on the project site. A field observation was made based on 135 pieces of timber requested. The timber was manually marked using a hammer by the timber inspector. Relating to the first video, this is the timber was unpacked from the bundle and need to be rearranged. This process is time-consuming and need a lot of space. Our findings are only 31 pieces of timber could be marked, equivalent to 23%, and the remaining 77% was unable to be marked and rearrangement is necessary. Another findings that we found out that the timber marking is not unified. These were the markings recorded. First, indistinct marking, which all the details are clear and could be identified by the local authorities. Then, indistinct marking, the marks partially clear. Third, repetitive markings, which all the markings overlap each other. After every timber has been marked, the findings are as follows: 23% with distinct marking, 52% with indistinct marking, and 25% with repetitive marking. The time taken to complete 135 pieces of timber was 14 hours with the average 5 minutes per piece. After putting that into perspective, we've set our goals to reduce 80% time taken, to reduce 80% indistinct marking, to increase complete marking to 80% and 0% repetitive marking.
Honorable judges, to identify the potential root cause for the inefficiency of timber marking, we use Ishikawa diagram based on human, tools, environment, and method. And we use SMART method to conclude 5 possible causes as shown on Ishikawa diagram. And to validate the root cause, we distributed questionnaires to 20 respondents working in the industry and using cumulative frequency table and Pareto diagram, we analyzed the result. Based on the root cause that has been identified, we use 3 diagrams to formulate the best solution. Using pro and contra, we selected the solutions and 3 solutions were accepted. They are enhanced timber marking method, innovate new marking tool, and hammer innovation. We also set few criteria to be met for the new invention. They are cost-effective, user-friendly, effectiveness, and value added. Based on the criteria mentioned before, we did a technical drawing to conceptualize our future product, as shown on the diagram. This is our earliest prototype of Maxwagon. We have tested the product for 3 months on field and we found out few areas to be improved. And there are the impact and spring durability was low, marking was indistinct, and handling was modern. So, what is the next step for us? We did a product improvement and we made an improvement as per technical drawing displayed. To have a broader perspective of the idea, we sat down with the top engineering faculty from the State University to identify the spring strength needed for the prototype. Research shows that 0.034 kilogram force per millimeter is needed for an effective marking on various density of timber. Members of ICQICC 2019, through innovation,
invention,
realization, we present to you Maxwagon V3 and hand over the floor to my colleague for live demonstration. To use it, simply attach the power tool to Maxwagon V3 and you are ready to go. It's durable, heavy duty, and ergonomic. Thank you, sir, for the demo. Now, you all must be wondering, what are the components of Maxwagon V3? These are the 9 main components of Maxwagon V3, but the most important part is this, the MZ3 motor. This is the heart of Maxwagon. This is the innovation made by us. The pulley system will pull and release the hammerhead automatically. Having Maxwagon in hand, we seek the approval from the management to have it tested on field. We tested it based on a request of 1,200 pieces of timber.
This is our inspector on field using Maxwagon V3 simplify work process. Please note that in this video, the arrangement of timber is not well aligned, so it is unaccessible with a hammer, but with Maxwagon V3, it is no longer a problem. Confirmation of effects based on the findings are as follows. It was found out that 91% with distinct marking and only 9% with indistinct marking and no repetitive marking. Our second observation also found out that 1,200 pieces of timber was marked within 12 hours with the average 7 seconds per piece. On screen is the result before and after the trial. Distinct marking increased to 91%. Indistinct marking reduced to 9% from 52%. Zero repetitive marking and time reduction from 300 seconds to 7 seconds. Displayed is the target comparison. In summary, we have achieved our target with 91% distinct marking, 91% reduced indistinct marking, and no repetitive marking. May I have your attention on screen? We have tested the usage of Iccqcc v3 on imported logs. As seen with the usage of Iccqcc v3, the works becomes easier and faster. We conducted a survey amongst timber players for the second time. Displayed is the cumulative frequency table and Pareto 2. After the analysis, displayed is the Pareto 1 versus Pareto 2. We can see a significant decrease by 90%.
Honorable guests, every invention and innovation, it aims to ease our daily works and routine. So, what does Iccqcc v3 has given us? It improves work process, improves work performance, saves time, saves costs, heightened interest in working, and positive work development. Thus, with the usage of Iccqcc v3, we have made a saving of a total USD 4,273 per year in terms of traveling costs. What lies behind our achievements are the commitment of team members, series of brainstorming, understanding the process flow, the support from our management, and the undivided support from our state government.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had done standardization usage of Iccqcc v3 across the board. It is now being used in quality control section, domestic trade section, and enforcement division. This is the approved standard operating procedure of usage Iccqcc v3 on field. Iccqcc v3 is also recognized by the top technical institution in Sarawak. Distinguished judges and guests, having done the project, it affects us individually. As we progress, we grow along. On screen is the radar chart before the project. Next is the radar chart after the implementation of the project. On screen also is the comparison before and after the project. Each of us grew in terms of knowledge, skills, and leadership. In order to achieve this, we met regularly, discussing matters arising to strengthen team dynamics and to have a continuous effective communication. We also created a WhatsApp group and a Facebook page to share our activities and projects. We also went further to share our knowledge and activities with others. We did a staff training and also visited our branch office to make a benchmarking visit. We engaged a few of our top local universities and technical institutions seeking for their expert opinions and thoughts for us to carry out the project.
In conclusion, Iccqcc v3 have met our target. We have fulfilled the department's objective to control and coordinate the manufacturing standards of the timber industry in Sarawak, and also improving the work method by cutting down the time and cost. In the end, fulfilling the customer's need and satisfaction. Thus, we also giving the service delivery in terms, and also we improve the work productivity for both industry and the government service delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't stop here, because it is always the biggest room is the room for improvement. We do hope to see you again in the future. With that, thank you.